And he said, all the buildings and all the cars, which were once just a dream in somebody's head. As a songwriter of a band, you always have to get people in your band to think about what idea you're talking about, and the music which you're trying to make has to come from deep within. And as a musician, sometimes you feel, why am I doing music? Is it because I like to, or am I trying to impress people? But I believe that it is something like cooking, that you never stop trying to cook, or riding a bicycle. So even though your parents might suddenly say, I don't want you to keep going ding dong in the middle of the night, it is a skill that you need, and is very important and integral to everybody's personality. So music is a skill, and one of the great things about music is it improves your memory. Hopefully I'll be able to remember what's on the slide at the back, so let's see. The second one is, of course, that you can impress your friends. Now, this is not about impressing your friends as to say, oh, they're going to think I'm cool. But when you go for a party and someone has to sing happy birthday, it's always good to have you around, right? Then, of course, you have stress relief. Whenever you feel down, you can always go and visit your friends at the record store. Sing songs, sing with your friends, everybody has a good time and you feel much better. All the things about life, they go away. Another thing is, it nurtures your creativity. By playing an instrument, you find different facets. You can play a song and suddenly start thinking about a beautiful movie in your head. Like you go any place that people have experiences, they have a soundtrack. Right now you have a soundtrack in your brain, While I'm talking, you can hear some music. It's something maybe you heard this morning, maybe last week. So something like that, and you start becoming more creative and thinking about visually putting out across your music. Another thing is it builds your character. When you are a musician, you get to meet all types of people. You have to meet people who like you, people who hate you, people who really don't know exactly what they think about you as well. And when you're there, you're able to perform and be a strong person and sort of stand up on stage like I am standing right now. And you don't feel too bad. I feel like I know all of you right now, in some way. And finally, is your constant personality development, which I was talking about. By being a musician, you can start being a musician, you can be an actor, you can decide to write screenplays for some movies, or you can decide to do something adventurous, like suddenly I want to go ride a horse, and that might be something that I heard from music, and that makes you want to do something new. Maybe climb a mountain. So anyway, this is the first thing about music. The second thing about music is, okay, I had a rock band when I was in college. Now I have a job, but how do I keep it awake? How do I keep this alive? And I call it keeping the faith. One thing to do, practice regularly. If you keep on practicing any skill, if you're an engineer, a doctor or something, as you do it, well, of course not a doctor, because I don't want you to be practicing on me, but it'll be good to keep on practicing so you keep in the skill. Another thing is to take or give classes. You take classes and you think, okay, I can get better now because I learned something more about my craft. And if you look at it, every single thing is large. It's called a discipline. When you go to college, you don't really get a degree. It's called a discipline, which gives you a certain thing about life and about your subject. And you become a holistic human being at the end. Another thing, very, very important, if you want to be a musician, you must get a job. I was just at a party the other day, and the guy said, I would just like to play guitar all the time. I said, that's really good, but you have to also eat. And another thing about getting a job is, as they say, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. It goes the other way around also. If you're going to be playing guitar all the time, I'm telling you, you're going to be the most boring person all the time. You won't have anything to talk to other people about, and you'll always be hanging out with your musician friends. So, getting a job, this is very, very important. Another thing is making it real. Now, music is something like this. Let's say a painter in the 16th century or the 17th century, he never knew he was going to be so famous now, but he's dead. But now he's real because he did it for a real reason. He painted it because he loved it. And now we are enjoying all those things and seeing those images and listening to those music pieces by people. And I'm sure somewhere they're very, very happy. So make it real is all about doing things like this, what I'm doing right now. I'm speaking to you about my music. I'm taking outdoor performances. Go out, anywhere. Go to the street, go to a cafe, play. Play because you want to play, and it makes people happy. And once you see people smile, There's nothing like it. The reason I do it is because when I'm 60 years old, I'm going to be playing piano at my granddaughter's birthday party. And that's going to make me more happy than doing anything else. Right? So, to keep it alive, you have to do things like music projects. You don't have to always play a song. You know, people say, oh, I can't write a song. The thing is, you can do other things. Like when I met Victor Wooten, he said that, you know, the person who makes ringtones makes more money than me, and he's a big music star. Similarly, you have game design, video games are really big. You can write a cool soundtrack, maybe a cool soundtrack for a movie, channel identities. There are so much places where you can use your musical ability in a better way as well, and make money at the same time. And the final thing is about creating the illusion. If you think you're a rock star in any job, if you think you're a rock star, you can make it. I'm good. My good is good. My better is the best. You must always remember that. And the next and final point is, more than anything, have fun. If you have fun, you're going to be able to make people happy wherever you are, and you can give them a tune, and everybody's going to be having a good time, everybody's smiling, and that's what I want to do for you shortly. And of course, at this point, this is very important. It says, don't do it for the money. Of course, I put it in parentheses because you have to do it for the money. If you do not know your own self-worth, it's very tough when people say, so, how much you want? And you're going to be like, oh, I don't know, maybe this much. So do it for the money or don't do it for the money. But either way, have fun. Right? With that in mind, I would like to play a song from our new album. This one is called Sweat.
You can join in if you want. Sometimes
We need partners, we need collaborators. Next point being, we need to really support other bands. When you think of bands, think of other companies, other projects. We support other bands, and in turn, we get support back. The next point, make friends to reach the third wave. Now, the third wave is very important. When you make friend, and your friend tells someone about you, you've reached the third wave. Now, that friend is going to tell his friends, and his friends onwards, as long as you're doing a good job. So it's important to create the right impression when you guys are in a meeting or anywhere on stage doing a performance. Next, reach out. Now the main thing about reaching out here is more on a marketing angle. You need to maintain a log of, when we go out and we perform, we maintain a log of places where we can attend, places we can go and perform, and it's important to keep a log of all the places that you can have to go to. Next point. Use social media. Doesn't have to be explained. Facebook, YouTube, it's important that whatever you do, when you're taking a video cast or anything like that, you put it up online, you share it with your friends and your network so that they know exactly what's going on with you. Next one. Press kits, very important. It's kind of like having a brochure for yourself. You must have brochures of everything that you have. Next. Be the best you can. Now this is a very important point which I'm going to go by very quickly. So we have all 3 slides on, please. Smile. Connect with your audience. It's an important thing. Emit confidence. Once you eliminate fear through practice, you have nothing to be afraid of. You come there and you be the best you can. Educate yourself constantly. This is a loop process which is always happening. Once you finish up with the third point, go back to the first point and you go there and give it all you can. So these are the kind of things which we do in our marketing to get out there and reach people with our music. So without further ado, we're going to do another song very quickly for you guys. We have only about 4 minutes, and I'd like to thank you. 1 minute.
Collaborate with all of you, and we'd like you to participate. It's easy, you'll get it.